All right, Adam, welcome back.
I'm happy to be back. Thank you.
I am also, man. As you see, we're here at episode 7, which we're supposed to be at about episode 9, 10, something like that. But episode 7's name gone till November. But you got us back right now. It was a good week of football. Beautiful weather for the
Right?
first time in about a month and a half. Right, no rain on a Saturday. So, what's up, Adam? Man, I
Hey
know I
man.
see you on the field, but I haven't seen you on here in a while.
I know it's been too long, man. Just I missed it. I'm happy that we were back. Unfortunately, the weather was not cooperating. The parks were not cooperating. But we made it.
Yeah.
We're back in business.
Well, we can't do nothing about that. Those are things outside the league's control. So you can only do what you can do.
Yes,
And I know
sir.
you guys do your best, try your best. Um, so welcome back. All right. We got some jerseys,
Yeah, that's true. We
right?
made it through the jerseys. We made it through the rain. We're all here. Everybody was looking crisp. The wait was
It-
worth it. I think the jerseys look good.
that's what I said to a couple people. I'm like, yo, was the wait worth it? I guess guys are never happy, but I keep stats. Just looking at the teams on field that had their jerseys, it's an amazing product to look at. Everybody uniform. It's really good to look at.
Yeah, I was really happy with them. I think a few issues. The sleepers jerseys have curry stains on them. Um,
You sure they didn't put those on? You know what?
they might have missed their fingers. You might be right. And then I think we had one player whose jersey was supposed to say most hated on the back, and it just says hated.
I actually got a joke about that. I told him he needs to remove the H, turn it to R, and put over in front of it. So, but then he said he's okay with that if we drop his rank. Yeah. So
Oh man! But no,
yeah.
I'm happy. Everybody looked great.
All right.
Do you have a
All right.
favorite jersey?
Do I have a favorite jersey? To be the jerseys that look the best, right? To me, are the ones that have a logo that was sort of CK's looks amazing because the Cobra Kai thing. I
Yeah.
also like Suicide Squads because for some reason the Suicide Squad thing on there looks great. I love the Thunder jersey. Um, who else? Silent Hill I actually like too.
Yeah, they got a clean one. I love the AK design.
Oh, the pink ones.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
like those. And then I think the Gators had a clean look too. I like
Well,
the way
Gators
that.
is always gonna look clean. Like that logo is so, not generic, but you know it already. So it's just gonna
Yeah,
look clean.
yeah.
So
No, but I think those two jerseys came out really, really good.
yeah, man. Yeah, I did a good job on those jerseys. It took a while, but you wait for good things, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All right. So let's get into it. Hey, if anybody is whoever's tuned in watching, I don't know. We got 3 guests. Germ, you better be watching. You've been asking me every week. This one's for you. You better be watching. Um, if anybody wants to come on, just shoot me a text. You should all have my number. I'm in every chat. And you know. All right. So we're gonna start with the D1 power ranking. So if you've been watching D1, CK's been running away with it. The Browns are still right there, and Gators. You know what? We'll get into the games, but let me just run down the list. So it's CK at 1, Browns at 2, Gators at 3, but the Gators are down 1, I think, from they were at 2. AK and everybody else just stays steady. Um, Adam, any thoughts?
Replacements got their first win this week.
Yeah,
They beat the Gators. We're gonna talk about that, but that's obviously
yeah.
the one that sticks out to me. No
All
pun
right.
intended, but there's a one in that win column now.
Mm. Assassins, you got to get it together. Got to get it together. Got to get your guys there.
Yeah, we
That's
got to show
that's
up.
yeah. That's it. All right, so we'll move on to the results of this week for D1. So Cobra Kai versus AK 2814. I actually had the pleasure. I'm going to say the pleasure of refing that game. Me, Adam, I already spoke to you about that. This must have been the cleanest game I've refed all season. I don't think we made a call. We were just there to spot the ball, keep clock, and call touchdowns.
Mhm.
So thank you guys for for making the game easy on us refs that game. Um, CK is just they're championship ready. Like that's all it is. They're championship ready. The AK, they look like the layoff had a couple of guys winded. So I expect to see them, and they were missing two. They were missing more than two. They were missing definitely D Raj, the guys that stand out. They were missing D Raj and Phil. So, you know what I mean? This game would have been much more competitive if they had their full roster. So,
Those are two dynamic players. Yeah, they need to be there if they're going to win games, especially with a team like Cobra Kai. You could
absolutely.
probably get away with some of the younger teams in the division, but not a team like that.
Yep. So Browns Assassins. Adam, you could take that one. You have to be around for
Yeah,
that.
I mean the Browns. I still think, despite what the records say, are the favorites if you go full roster versus full roster. And they played really efficiently. They were down a few people, but they had look, any offense with DJ is liable to kill you. So I mean, he was there. Um, they had a couple other players who were really good who were there. Will was there. With those two alone, you could easily drop what they dropped 34.
Mhm.
And then she was obviously on the money. On the assassin side, we still continue to have really bad attendance issues, and I think it's just sort of who we are as a team at this point. In the first couple of weeks, it's attendance issues, but it can't be attendance issues. What are we in week 6 now? So I think that's just who we are. We're going to be a team that is usually running with 6 or 7. So the 6 or 7 that are there got to step up, or else we're going to continue this pathway. But right now we're struggling, and the Browns are not.
Yeah. Well, attendance has been an issue for a few teams. Assassins, we know you guys have some talent, but like Adam said, you got to show up. Full roster, you guys are competitive with anybody in the division. Hopefully we get to see you guys make a step, get some wins coming moving forward. All
Yeah.
right. RD's Gators. Now I think this was the most interesting game of all the games of the day in D1. RD's got to win in the win column, and not for nothing. The Gators are no slouches. They took down one of the best teams in SAFL. So I didn't get to see this game. I was actually reffing the game at the other field, but I heard this game. There was a lot of joying going on. I'm actually surprised at the score with the amount of joying I was hearing from both teams. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you got to see exactly
Yeah,
what
I
happened
caught a
here.
bit of it. Look, Dre is a dual threat quarterback, and I think what he's really good at is knowing when to run.
Mm-hmm.
He's good at finding that spot and taking off, and he's got the wheels for it. This is a great example of a team that's stuck with it. They don't have attendance issues, and they continue to gel, work on it, and now look, they beat the Gators are not slouches. The Gators are championship contenders. So the fact that they were able to beat them says a lot about not only what the team is, but what they've become. So I'm proud of them. I'm really happy for them. I hope this continues forward. So my hats off to them, man. Hats off to Dre, Hasib, Ken. Those are some of the veterans on the team that are keeping this thing moving. So, great job, RD. I hope to see more of that.
You listen. I've been talking about Dre for a little bit after watching him play the first couple games, and it looks like I hope they can build on this win. I see looking at the stats for the game, they were able to. I see King got the ball a little bit. You know what I mean? The targets are spread around, so it looks like he's starting to get familiar with all the guys that are around him on the team. Because when you first come in and you have guys with you, you may have a tendency to throw to guys that instead of using the entire team sometimes. So it's good to see those guys get a win. Hopefully they build on it.
Agreed. But congrats.
Yeah, big one, big one. That's a big win. All right, so we can move on to D1's next week. We got a big one. The game right at the top. The number 1 and number 2 team to me, the favorites to meet in the finals. So this is another finals matchup. They met previously in the season, but the Browns were very undermanned. So I'm hoping both of them are fully powered so we can see what this game can be. So, what are your thoughts, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, so the one thing I'll say about Cobra Kai is last week I saw Cal for the first time all season. That's a big deal. Um, I hope both teams are fully in attendance because then that'll be even more exciting than it is already. But with Cal being back in the fold, I think Cobra Kai just like takes that extra step forward. So, let's see
Nice.
what they have. If the Browns can bring their guys, obviously they'll be able to compete. But Cobra Kai right now looks like they're on a mission.
I got the pleasure. I think you were out the week that Cal returned. So I told you the joke was he returned that game and he was like he's already his favorite for MVP and that's probably
Ah,
it's probably his first game. He came in had like 13 receptions and a couple touchdowns like just walking. He can wake up, come out there and catch 15 footballs, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So he's just a special player. And Browns attendance. If they get all the guys there, this will be a shootout, a big time shootout. So I'm hoping to see a very high score here. All right, Gators, Assassins. Adam, come on, tell me the whole team's showing up this week.
I don't know. I don't know. Seriously, I don't. If we do, I think we have a great shot because the Gators right now are reeling a little bit. They're wounded.
Mm.
So I think this is a good chance for us to, turn this thing around. But we need the guys to show up. Um, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I hope they do. I trust them. I believe in them. I wouldn't have brought them here if I didn't think we could win the chip without them with them. So, but we'll see. But the Gators, on the other hand, might be looking for some blood. They got punched in the mouth a little bit. They probably weren't expecting it, but now that the layoff is sort of behind us and we can get back to football, they might be back in game shape, ready to go. So both teams got to be ready.
All right. Well, with the Gators losing, that just tells you that this division is tough all the way to the bottom. So AKRDs. This one here, RDs, you guys can make a statement here. If you beat the Gators, then come back the next week and beat AK. I think the teams at the top will have to take you seriously. Because
Yeah,
the only thing that makes teams take you seriously is win W's in the win column, right? So I'm looking forward to seeing if RDs can continue to roll off of that win last week.
yeah. AK, make sure you guys are there. Don't take these guys lightly. They are ready to go and they're hungry.
All
So
right.
and they're winning games now. So that just goes to show you what this division's like. Anybody can take it. So both teams better be ready. RD continue rolling, and AK, let's see if you can stop them.
All right. That's that this well, we already got two games to watch. Assassins hasn't been there, so it's two games in this division that we're really looking out to see what people do. All right, so let's move on to D3. All right, so the power ranking. I think the power. I actually have to actually found something funny about this division. So I gotta I had to come over to Fabio to ask him a question during my game while he was refing the Thieves Avenue game, and I got to watch a little bit of the Thieves Avenue QB run around a little bit and stretch time and then throw the ball. Listen, if if he's the QB, there's going to be some trouble in this division. Just for the record, you guys, this division's in trouble because they're going to win games with that. Um, we got Browns at number one. Uh, Thieves Avenue. No, who's that? That's listen. I think I need glasses now, Adam, because I can't see real well. But Scott's Tots is number two. Thieves Avenue at number three. They moved up a couple spots. Sleepers, Wildcats, and the Thunder. You know what, Adam? You're gonna start here first with your Thunder. Or you know what? Should we move on to the games first, and then you'll
I mean, I ref the Thieves Avenue game, so
okay.
yeah, that chaos here is he's really good. I think he's one of those guys that makes the team better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so he lifts them all up pretty well. Now the Browns were undermanned.
Okay.
They were
Oh
missing
yes, yes, yes.
they were missing a few people, and it came down to the last play of the game where the Browns went for the win instead of the tie on the extra point.
Oh
And,
wow.
it was actually dropped, the
Oh
pass.
no.
Yeah. So I would caution Thieves Avenue not to get cocky. Um,
Okay.
one of their whatever. Don't get cocky.
All right. Uh let's go on to the results of those games. Where am I? Make the results. There we go. So 33-32 Thieves Avenue against the Browns. You just went over that. So the QB made the difference.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, the attendance was not there for the Browns. But listen, that's a big win for Thieves Avenue. The Browns are the 1 seed, so hats off to them. Let's see if they continue.
All right. Scott's Tots Wildcats. I got to I was actually refing that one. Uh Scott's listen, coming off the break, there was a few injuries. There was a few blown tires. I watched it happen all day. I think three of my games, somebody, two guys in this game and one guy in one of my earlier games, just hamstrings getting tight, getting pulled while running down the field. That was a big thing in this game because Wildcats were short. So with the guy getting hurt, he had to play giver and he can't really do anything. You know what I mean? He toughed it out, but it was uh it was a big part of the story there. Scott's Tots, well, they're the baby gladiators, so they came out and they handled business like they were supposed to. They wait a second, I'm trying to think. Did the first guy get hurt on Scott's Tots? Yes, it was first guy. They were short too. They were short. It was Scott's Tots that were short. He got hurt on there and had to play try to play giver. Another the somebody got hurt on Wildcats also. Hash kept it together there. I was proud of Hash. I kept telling him that because Hash can be frustrated, but I like to see that he was patient, very very patient, and he's got these guys coming along. You could see it. He's a veteran player who has a lot of knowledge of the game, and he's branch giving it out to them, and they're getting better. They're getting better. I expect to see them to make some moves, some strides before the end of this season.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Hash makes that team so much better. So hopefully they can get back healthy. Because I think this division is better with the Wildcats, on top of their game. He adds a different dynamic for them. I'm happy he's with them. So let's see if they can, straighten things up.
Absolutely. I hear they practice, so they're taking it seriously. Uh the drops are cut out, the route running sharpen up, and you watch. I've been watching guys improve as the weeks go on. I see another division coming at some point. The way guys are improving, or a lot of these guys that jump up, and then you'll have it's nice to watch. Sleepers Thunder. Adam, you anytime it's the Thunder, you got it.
Well, I ref this game. So the Sleepers, they are pretty much the same team in D2, but Marv is their QB.
Mm-hmm.
I think Marv is really good at extending the play and keeping his eyes downfield at the same time. So
Gotcha.
a few times, the play broke down, whatever, and he was able to take advantage of the fact that he can move and sort of, keep the giver at bay and then complete the pass. And then the Sleepers receivers, to their credit, they were good at getting to Marv to where he could throw them the ball. And
Gotcha.
so on some critical downs, I saw that happen, and that was like a really good sign. And I think that's sort of emblematic of them if you know them as people,
Mm-hmm.
right? But they played really well, and they actually came back a little bit. I think the Thunder were ahead in the game a little bit. And then Thunder, on the other hand, I mean, their issue is also attendance right now. They're missing a few key pieces, and they haven't really been there yet, to be honest. I don't know if they're going to show up.
Gotcha.
And then they have some like football IQ lapses. I think they should consider going man and mixing that defense up, particularly when the play breaks down, because what happens in the zone is the players aren't shifting the way they're supposed to. Now, listen, with man, it's hard to guard somebody 5, 6 seconds, but I think it would help them a little bit because I think right now they're struggling in the zone. So they need the attendance there for sure, though. And the offense needs to simplify things a little bit more. I think they came out too hot in the second half, and it led to a few untimely turnovers.
All right. So you heard it here, guys. Switch that defense up. You're getting it from the Thunder, the
With a
top
full
of the
roster,
Thunder
though.
franchise. Huh?
Yeah, with a full roster,
With
though,
a full roster.
I don't think they have the horses to go man without some of their key players, to be honest.
Gotcha. So Thunder, he didn't give it to you that bad this week, Thunder. That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. Usually he's a little more harsh on you
Look, I'll
guys.
say this: everybody in the division, top to bottom, is starting to look a little better.
Yeah.
I think you're seeing it too. You mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
Thieves Avenue being in the division is a real curveball. To be honest, we might need to look at that roster after the season. one player in particular.
You know what?
Fabio and I probably dropped the ball there.
Yeah, if he's QB, it may be all right. Does he lift him that much?
Did you see the game?
I just one, just maybe one.
We'll take it offline. We'll take it offline. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, you can't get everything right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all right.
But no, everyone looked better. So I'm proud of this division. Everyone's looking really good.
All right. So now let's go into the up and coming games for this Scott's Tots Thunder. That's going to be a tough one. I think Scott's Tots a little bit more polished at the moment. It's going to be a tough one for the Thunder. Let's get your guys out there, Thunder, this week. See what you can do.
You know, I did just say that I don't know if the attendance is going to be there, but I'm in the Thunder D3 chat. I'm pretty sure the Thunder is going to be there. So,
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think full roster. So
nice.
Scott's Tots is very good. I think Scott's Tots kind of put the whooping on Thunder D3 last time that they played.
Yeah. So let's see if they there's some we'll talk after this. There's some roster stuff that was going on that may need to be rectified, but we'll deal with that.
This is Gladiators D3 versus Thunder D3. Not to jump ahead, but Gladiators play Thunder in D2 this week too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna see them twice.
Yeah.
Hey. Let's see who wins the most games here. All right. Browns sleepers. What you got?
Ooh. The Browns D3 team needs to show up. If they have the right roster, yeah, I think Browns can take it. But the sleepers looked really good last week. And I think Marv is getting better as a quarterback each week. So we'll see, man. I think this will be a tough one. I think I'm going to go sleepers on this one. I think Marv's ability to extend plays continues to be a big asset to them. And they are getting more in sync. They got a couple of really good players who aren't on the D2 team, but I think fit really well in this division and can make plays. So I think I'm going to take sleepers in a close one.
Browns last week, from what I know, some of the guys had a tournament elsewhere. So I would assume they're usually pretty good on attendance, the guys that were missing. So I would assume they'll be back this week too.
Got it.
So we might see full team versus full team. All right. Thieves Avenue versus the Wildcats. If it's the same Thieves Avenue 2 plays I seen last year, Wildcats gonna have a rough game. And our Wildcats have an injury that's gonna hurt them. So this might be a tough one. Hash, you got to come up big.
Okay, so it's not Hash that was injured.
No, it wasn't Hash that was injured. No, it was the previous quarterback. His name slips me.
So far.
Yes, the quarterback before he pulled his hamstring. He tried to tough it out, but yeah. So he's probably their best receiver right now. So that's a big loss.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Thieves Avenue if that's the case. Yeah.
I hope I get to ref. I don't know what time that game is. I hope I get to see this team because me and Fabio had a good laugh after watching 2 plays of it. So we'll see what happens. All right. So let's move on to everybody's favorite division. I would assume It definitely is my favorite division. D2. Am I missing a team? Oh no, I'm not. All right.
Yeah. Are we?
So coming in at
Not.
number one. No, it's two guys at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming in at number one. Of course. Who else could it be? The Gladiators. Played we'll get into the games later. Thunder coming in at 2. Suicide Squad at 3. Sleepers at 4. Powerpuff at 5. They're down. Browns stay steady at 6. Savages, Brick Squad, Silent Hill, Outlaws tied at 9 with Silent Hill. Any discrepancies by you with you, Adam? There? No, right?
Taking a look. No, I think you got that right.
Put it on the head. All right.
Mhm.
All right.
I
So let's
will
go
say
with the.
this, if we can go back to it for a second. Outlaws are starting to turn it around a little bit. They played a really
Yes,
close
I've been
game.
seeing the scores.
Yeah, they played a
Uh
really close game against the Sleepers last week, and I said I would mention this to them because they wanted the podcast after that week. They beat the Browns,
huh.
and so they're starting to look good. They had a couple of drops last week where they probably should have won the game. They beat themselves last week, but they're starting to turn it around a bit. So hats off to them, man. They're looking really good.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. All right. So let's go. All right. So Gladiators Browns. Now I ref this game. This this is one of those games where there's join and then you ask the score and you don't understand why anybody is talking. So we're hearing the most joy in the world. And they say, Rob, what's the score? 6-6. And I have to laugh because I'm like, you would think that they're going at it, but they weren't putting up any points at the time. Now, Gladiators, this is my advice to the Gladiators, right? You guys are 6-0, and you've sometimes get in your own way, but you're still 6-0. So if you get out of your way, there's what do you think the sky's the limit for you guys? Like you guys argue about some things that don't even matter. You guys get frustrated at some things that don't even matter. And at the end of the day, you guys have been winning every game. So block out all the noise, block out all the other teams. Don't listen to none of that because at the end of the day, you win the game. So that's all you need to do. Don't listen to none of that. You guys get frustrated at each other. You yell at each other. I hear some voice of reason on the sideline now. There's a lot more voice of reason on the sideline and a lot less arguing. Y'all getting better with it, but forget it. Just move on to the next play. Mike, I know I said this to you while you were out there. You had 2 interceptions in this game that your eyes lit up when you had something underneath that would have got you maybe 20 yards. You don't always got to go for the home run ball. You guys, at the end of the day, you still won the game. You know what I mean? You ran in the final game winning touchdown. You did what you were supposed to do. You know what I mean? So just pick it up. I'm telling this team that they can be better, and they're the best team in the division right now. So Browns undermanned. Some key drops. Oh my gosh. Adam drop. When I mean drops, these were some key drops from players who are supposed to be their better players. And those same players are the ones who caught a pick, like amazing interception down the other side, and then come down this way and get a ball thrown 10 yards to you and drops it twice. I don't know. It's maybe a lack of concentration. I don't know, but this game was supposed to be the Gladiators were supposed to run away with this game. The Browns made it a game, and then key drops lost them the game in the end. So that's about it for that. Did you see any of this game?
I have
No,
not.
you were reffing on the
I
other
didn't
side.
rather. Yeah, I wasn't around.
All right. So Silent Hill Thunder. You should know about that.
Yeah, obviously. I'm. Listen, if Silent Hill just needs to get a little bit organized, man, because they have some really speedy, athletic players who can be threats, right? Like it wasn't an easy guard on some of them, so they need to round that up a little bit, man, because they're the type of team that can kill you. On the Thunder side, I think what we're starting to see is Wagas start to hit his stride. He looked really good this last week. I think the rest actually did him some good because he looked really good. And you've probably seen this because you've played with him. He's got like some dog in him that comes out every now and then.
Oh yeah,
And it
playing with
came
him,
out a
playing
little bit.
against him.
Yeah. And it came out a little bit last week. And that hyped the whole team up. That got
Nice.
us all going. So I'd like to see more of that because like that helped us out big time. And then defensively, I think we're sort of hitting our stride. I think if anything, I need to get better defensively. The way we stack up now, I'm put in positions to sort of make some more plays than I probably do. So I think I need to take the onus and step up a little more. Not that we're making major mistakes, but I think we could take the next leap if I clean some things up. But
I thought I seen you grab a pick this week.
yeah, I think there was one that I probably should have had too, and I just like turned the wrong way when the ball was in the air. So yeah, I mean, I'm really proud of Gus. Not only the way he was throwing it, but sort of I think he's getting more comfortable in the system.
Gotcha.
And with us, so happy for him, man. He's here for a reason. I think he's a really good culture fit too. Him and the lead are a really great addition to our team.
All right, so that's at least something good about a Thunder team. Good. Listen, that is very rare on here. Something good about a Thunder team from Adam.
Yeah, turn a new leaf.
All right. Outlaws, sleepers. Outlaws, you know, these guys, like I said, they told me they're gonna win it. Listen, 13-14. When I seen this score, I was like, they're there. They're right there.
So I watched this game. Yeah,
you did. Okay, so I didn't get to see this game, but just off the score alone, to hang in there with the sleepers, who I think is a good team, they're there. So I see big things to come from the Outlaws moving forward.
Yeah. So defensively, I'm really proud of what I saw out of the Outlaws. Like they played sound defense. The one thing they did really well, and I think that this might have been the sleepers helping them out a little bit in this case. They passed everyone off really well in the zone. So there wasn't any major lapses. They were communicating with one another, and they made some good adjustments. Offensively, they had like 2 or 3 big drops. Now, they weren't the easiest catches. A lot of them were sort of the over-the-shoulder deep ones. But you got to bring those in, and the score is completely different, and you win the game. So, but I'm proud of the Outlaws, man. They're clicking at the right time. If they can keep this up, they'll start getting hot at the right time. And on the sleeper side, listen, good teams find ways to win games. It wasn't your best week, but you still eked it out. That's a big deal for you guys. Learn from your mistakes and keep moving because they're very talented. They added that guy, Terrence.
Terrence from Sunday. Yeah, I see Terrence on Sunday.
Now, so him, Anthony Lewis, Anthony DePalma, Marvin, Earl, like Ryan at the quarterback. Like that's a good team. So they can go off on anybody. They just need to, keep it clicking.
Gotcha. We're gonna give the Outlaws some love from the week before. I'm not sure of his name. I spoke to him like a couple weeks ago, and then when ref the game, he had to make 2 tough offensive pass interferences calls on him, and he basically told him like, "Yo, they can't." Basically, they can't go up with you. So if the ball's thrown high, you don't have to push off. You're gonna get it anyway. And later in that game, I think he figured it out. So that's gonna be something big. He has long hair. I'm not sure of his name. He's new. This is his first year in the league. Yeah. So I think he's gonna be a big time player moving forward because at the end, you're gonna figure it out at some point, and you're gonna know what you can do. And those guys already got a little chip on their shoulder. They're out there ready to win. So the Outlaws, baby. Let's go. All right. Powerpuff, Silent Hill. You gave a mention to Silent Hill. I think I ref this game. Silent Hill has so much talent across their roster.
So much.
So what I seen from this game was they need to, not saying the guys that are playing QB can't play QB, but they need to improve how they play QB. They need to add some anticipation in the throws. You have speedy guys, right? You don't always have to throw when the guy's open. If you're a guy, your guys are fast. If that guy hasn't turned to run, the defender hasn't turned yet to run, and your guy is almost there, you guys are fast. He's probably gonna pass him, and he's gonna be open. So you got to see that about to happen and let it go. Let
Yeah.
it go. I seen some big catches out of some guys on that team. This was a good game. This was actually a great game to watch. But Silent Hill, they look much better this week. They look much better this week. So good to see, and it's good to see that, you know. Powerpuff Boys, they're a veteran team. They had Sims on the side, kind of steering the ship, so you know they knew what they were supposed to be doing. So I don't think Phil was here. Phil wasn't here, but they still got it done. They have lapses in football IQ sometimes.
Right.
And Sims being on the sideline cleaned up a lot of that and helped them get this win here.
Good.
So
Good. Yeah.
I see they're gonna continue they're a team that nobody wants to see in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't. That's the one team. That's the one team I actually haven't had a chance to even watch a game out of yet.
Yeah, you're not gonna want to see them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're the team that can beat a team in the playoffs and be like and knock somebody out that's supposed to be a favorite.
Sure.
So Terrence said he wished the other ref was on here. Who you talking about, Terrence? Suicide Squad Savages. I didn't see this one. Was that you? You seen any of this?
I caught a little bit of it. I didn't catch much. It looks like Suicide Squad handled their business. I know the Savages are banged up a little bit, so that might have been why. I think they might have some attendance issues.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, Adam. I think I was stats for this game.
Oh, okay, good.
I definitely was stats for this game. Okay, this was a frustrating game to watch. So Corey got hurt, right?
Yeah.
And Suicide Squad was short, so they didn't have a giver. Corey toughed it out. He pulled his hamstring really bad. Another blown tire that day. Oh, that's Dre. That's Dre talking in the chat. Yeah, so he went the quarterback for Rob from Savages. We're all sitting there like, yo, send everybody deep and run. I know you want to have some type of sportsmanship because he's injured. At the end of the day, if it was me, Adam, I was running the ball every play until they switched giver. And then they would have less guys in the listen. At the end of the day, you got to win. Like listen, we're in the middle of the game. You got to run the ball, bro. You got to run the ball. I would have ran it. I would have switched to QB to hash and ran every play until they did something about me running. And then that would open up the field because they didn't have the extra defender. Hasib also lit them up. When I mean lit them up, Hasib looked like Hasib. Like this season I haven't got to watch him a lot. I don't know if he's been Hasib, but everything down the sideline, down everywhere, Hasib is making a catch. So they got to get it together. Savages, you got to get it together.
I cannot believe they didn't run the ball on them. I would have.
Adam, Corey had to hold his leg and hop.
I saw him limping. Yeah,
he had to hop before the play ended because he would keep getting off sides if he waited till the play ended. So as soon as the play started, if it was going to be something thrown downfield, he had to hop to the spot because they can literally get lined up before he got there. He couldn't run.
Yeah. Wow.
So I don't know. You got to put the win ahead of everything there. Sportsmanship. I don't even know what to say about that. Adam, if it was me,
I would run.
I'm
right there with you, man. I would have ran too.
Michael Vick. Corey, I'd have been like, sorry, Corey. Yeah, so Dre. Shoot, we should have Dre on, shouldn't we? What we got going on left? Dre is hold on, Dre. All right, so let's move on to next week's games. Dre, I'm gonna try to get you in here, Dre. Next week's games. Gladiators Thunder. Adam. That's the game of the week right there.
Yeah, I did not realize that we were the 1 and 2 seeds until like Monday. Um,
Possible finals matchup.
we'll see. The Gladiators are undefeated. They're going to be a tough test for us, and they are rolling strong.
Mm.
Thunder, on the other hand, I don't know. We've been inconsistent. We've lost one. We've tied one. So we'll see. I think we're the underdogs here. But I'm excited to see the Gladiators on the field, man. I actually haven't had that much of an opportunity to watch them play, so I don't know what I'm in for. I know James is really good. I know Mike is really good, but um, I expect all of them to be pretty good. So we'll see, man. I hope my guys are ready to be in a dogfight because I think that's what it's going to be.
So let me see. I wish I could see the rest of the schedule because this might be the toughest game they have moving forward.
I could pull it up real quick. This was so before the cancellations, Rob. Fun fact, and I kind of wish we didn't get canceled for this reason. This was
Uh-huh.
supposed to be the last game
Game
of
of this.
the season.
You know what? I did know that because I said to them, I was like, your next toughest game is the Thunder in like week 9, 10, or something like that. That's the only I thought that was the
Yeah.
only loss that they can get on, the only team that had a chance to beat them the way they were playing. So now I don't know who they meet after you guys,
So
but
they got Savages the week after, and they got Brick Squad the week after that.
uh Dre said he wished the other ref was on, the one taking stats during
Oh,
the RDs, and he's talking about E.
oh.
Yeah, listen, he trust me, Dre. He told me. He told me. Um, I don't know where he is. He's probably in his bed sleep. Um, so yeah, so who's after? You pulled it up?
Yeah. So they got the Savages and Brick Squad after that.
And that's it.
Yeah, well, that'll be the end of the
So
season.
you guys are the last of the last to because I don't, to be honest, the way they're playing, I don't see them losing to Savages and Brick Squad, right?
Okay.
So you are the last upper echelon team of this division that can mess up this perfect season.
We'll see. We got a tall task, man. These guys are really good.
Yeah. Yeah. So this by far is the game of the week. By far, and just let me look. Yeah. Yeah. None of the other games are really as important
Big.
as this one.
Well, yeah. I think even if we no, because we would the head to head. I was gonna say even if we had beat them, I think we'd still be the 2 seed.
Mm.
I wonder how that tie impacts everything. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Who
Um,
you guys? Oh, you guys tie against the Browns.
yeah. We tied the Browns.
I honestly don't think anybody can overtake the Gladiators at
Yeah.
this
I
point.
guess we would need some help to take the 1 seed, right? Because we'd have to
Yeah,
beat them and then have them lose one more time.
they would have to lose one.
Yeah.
So
We'll
yeah,
have
so
to call our head of analytics, Tarek, on that one.
all right. But all right, that's the game to see. We'll see if I'm a stats. Hopefully I'm stats. Sometimes I want to be the stat guy for the games like that, you know? Um Suicide Squad, Silent Hill. I wish Silent Hill didn't have to play Suicide Squad this week. I have a feeling they're going to be fully manned, full powered. I know some guy that was out last week will be in this week because I think if they were playing somebody on the bottom end of the division, I think this would have been the game that they can make some noise. So I don't know.
It's gonna be tough.
Suicide Squad. I got Suicide Squad in this one. They're just a tough. They run a good offense over there.
Yeah, they're like very they're a polished team. You know what I mean? Like they sort of rep. And again, I haven't seen the Gladiators play it, so I don't know. But like of all the teams that I've played so far, they're the ones that play together the best.
Gladiators are pretty polished.
Yeah. So I think Suicide Squad is sort of like that team. And Jay is obviously a great QB. And Hasib looked great against us too when we played them. He was killing us. So we'll see, man. Silent Hill, be ready because they got
Yeah.
some dogs there.
Silent Hill, here's some advice. Go man.
Yeah.
Go man. All you guys are fast. Go man. Make sure there's a fast giver though. You know, I don't want to give away too much, I don't want to say I'm biased. Suicide Squad, you're already good. You're already great. You know what I mean? There's nothing I could tell you guys that you don't know. So,
Agreed.
uh, Rob's ref shirt has the least wrinkles. So can you see this chat?
Nah, I can't see.
You should be able to pull it up on the side.
Oh, I got comments. There you go. Got it.
Yeah.
Adam,
So now we got Browns versus Powerpuff.
Let's see if Powerpuff can get their attendance right. I think they have a shot here. That's a good team.
Mm-hmm. This can be a telling game.
Yeah,
because the Browns haven't looked like the Browns we've come to know, and Powerpuff is improving every weekend. They're like right mid pack, maybe a little bit higher than mid pack, but like I said before, they're not a team that anybody wants to see.
I certainly don't want to see them. I think even after our game against Gladiators, we have them on our schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couple
so
weeks.
That's a tough game. It's never an easy win against Powerpuff Boys.
No, I don't think so. I think they're our last game of the season, so they're gonna be tough. But yeah, I think Powerpuff with the full squad can win this one.
And they're gonna hit they haven't hit it yet, but they're on the way to hit their stride. And we're getting late in the season, and that's the perfect time to get things rolling. So tough team to see. All right, Sleeper Savages. Ryan, I see you in this chat. Are you back this week? You've been touring the world. You know what I mean? Are you back this week? I'll wait for your answer in there. Savages, they just haven't looked great. They have the guys. They got you need 2 stars. You got Hash, you got Andy. They should be good, you know what I mean? But they haven't been showing the best as of late. Ryan will be in attendance. Ryan will be in attendance.
So. Yeah, it's not the Sleeper side. Ryan. He was there last week.
He was?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he was. I did see him. You know what? I seen him in the Thieves Avenue game. I didn't see him in the first game.
Got it.
Not Thieves Avenue, sorry.
His Sleeper Thunder game. Yeah, I got you.
The D3 game. Yeah. I seen him catch the ball or something, talking a little trash.
Mm-hmm. I think this is a trap game for the Sleepers, though. I think Savages, they have a chance to sort of, surprise somebody. But again, the Sleepers, like I said, they got a stacked roster. As much as they like to pretend that they don't, they do.
They got to work the system. They got to work the system.
They're not 4-2 by accident.
Mm-hmm. Earl, we're on to you guys. Yeah, Ryan, we're on to you. Y'all watching. Rob, quarterback from Savages. Yo, go out there and stop thinking. Let that thing go. Like, just throw the ball. Like, you're doing too much thinking out there. Go out there and sling the rock. You came to me very confidently, which means that you're very confident in what you can do. So just go out there and do that. Too much thoughts this game that we just passed. Too much thinking. Go out there and play quarterback. 2 TDs and D3, best receiver on that team. Oh, man. We overrated. Listen, next week, I got to have some of you guys on. You guys are hilarious. We got to have some of you guys on next week. Outlaws, Brick Squad. Brick Squad was out last week.
Yeah, those guys had a wedding, but lesson for all the league, they informed me well ahead of time that they needed this adjustment, and I was happy to make it because I'm a generous person with my time. They gave me a couple weeks notice, and we were able to move some things around. Thank you to all the teams that cooperated in that really, really easy fix. I'm excited for this game. Brick Squad is, I still think, one of those teams that could surprise somebody in the playoffs, and Outlaws are starting to become one of those teams that's improving. And I think these are 2 young teams who are sort of hitting, putting their foot to the pedal. So we'll see, man. So Outlaws, I want to see that defense again. I want to see that defense shine the way it did last week. That was really impressive.
Keep it up, Outlaws, and this could be a big win for you. Now, I'm gonna give some advice to Brick Squad. Help out your quarterback. That's it. You have I think they're both named Marco. I looking
They
at the
are.
stat sheet. So it's Marco to Marco. Marco the receiver plays amazing. Marco the QB plays amazing, but we need the other guys to help them out. There's
Yeah.
some drops that happen that shouldn't happen. That QB slings the rock, as we keep saying every week.
Would you say Marco has some of the best arm talent in the league? Period.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, like I got to play against him on Sunday, and he'll be running far right and throw it sidearm back way left on angles you don't expect sometimes. So arm talent is impeccable.
It's really
Arm
impressive.
talent is impeccable. Yes, he
Yeah.
is. So hopefully
It
this
looks effortless
team,
when he does it. It looks effortless.
you've heard us raving about him week after week. Like
Yeah.
he's if he can get this team together, the rest of the team, if you guys can pick it up, you guys can be one of the top teams. You have the QB to do it. It's always been a QB league. You go sometimes you go as far as your QB, but you guys do have to catch the ball at a high rate. You know what I mean? So baseball arm, kid can sling it. Yeah, yeah, man. So that's it. So it's the top game and the bottom game. That's what we're looking at, right?
They're
Everything and
all
no
exciting.
disrespect to you
All
guys
of
in
you are
between.
exciting. Don't worry. You all are
No
great teams.
disrespect to you guys in between, but I'm looking to see the Outlaws if they can keep if they can tack another win on, or if Brick can get it together, and then Gladiators Thunder. That's big time. That's a possible finals preview, unless the sleepers that are in the chat got something to say about that. So what we got? Let me see if I got anything left for you, Adam. No, that's about it.
Yeah.
Uh Adam, I'm actually, you know what? Let me just go to the main screen. I'm actually, I gotta. So, can I ask about the what are we gonna do with the missed games? So you can,
Yeah.
we can inform everybody here.
Yeah. So as you guys know, one of the weeks has just been cut off. Unfortunately, that's kind of where we got put out. But there were 2 weeks that we missed due to the weather. So we were able to sleepers were sliding. We were able to push those to the back of the season. I've sent that schedule, and now there's another half of the week that we missed on. I think it was October 14th where the park kicked us out in the middle of the week,
Mm-hmm.
or the middle of the day. So I know I've been reaching out to a few of you. We're getting all those games scheduled, but I'm trying to do it in a way where it's not super disruptive to the rest of your day. So we're going to try to find days where, or times where it lines up with both teams. So they're not sitting there with 3 or 4 hour gaps. Some of you have been booked already. The rest of you, I'm going to book soon. And we have enough space for a third field. So we're probably going to do that and get it going. Or there's the second field is available at 310 in case we need to use it. So there's plenty of options, but we're working to get it all done.
All right. So there you go, guys. I guess there's nothing for us to argue about in the chat now. They can't ask about jerseys. Hopefully it doesn't rain so they don't have to keep asking if it's raining, if we're playing or not. And we'll get those games to you. To be honest, Adam, that I've never understood the point of the seeding week. I never liked it. I always
Yeah, I
hated the
know, but
seeding
it's
week.
fun.
I always hated it because I'd be like, yo, we worked all season to be number one, and now we have to play a game and mess that all. If we, what if we go out there nervous? What if that's the week we don't have guys? So
Right,
then we'll
right.
lose a game. I
No, that's
never.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
I think it probably impacts, or not impacts, but it's probably less fun for the
the top
D
seed.
one, D3 division
Mm,
because the way that's set up is they each play each other twice. So
mm,
now teams lose out on that. And ironically, Assassins and RD are the week that got cut out.
gotcha.
So right, these two new teams, right? They only see each other once. But yeah,
so,
I agree.
so my question to you is: so can the playoffs in D3 and D1, is it double elimination?
No, we're gonna do single elimination.
Single them. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it'll be the same way it was last year.
Gotcha. All right. All right, guys. So I know me and Adam are glad to be back. We were happy to be back at on Saturday. Hopefully, I don't know what the weather's shaping up to be this Saturday. Hopefully, it's
Yeah,
no
hopefully the sun's
rain.
still out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's already getting cold, to be honest with you, which
it was
is
great today.
perfect football weather. I'm not mad
Yeah.
at that. Um, but yo, glad to be back, Adam. I see you again next week, same time.
Two things before we jump, if that's all
Gotcha.
right.
No
Uh,
problem.
the first thing, the last few weeks we've had to make some on the field and off the field decisions about who can be on certain rosters because of the division limit, and we've gotten virtually no pushback. So I want to shout out to all the teams that have been super cool about it. For those teams that's going to happen to, the state standard has already been set, but I want to thank you all for being respectful of it because that's sort of what keeps the integrity of these divisions in line. The second is this is just a quick reminder. We're sort of at the point in time where things start to get heated. I know it's a competitive thing. I'm just going to ask blanket, please remember to keep your cool. The last thing we need is something to go over the top. It's happened before. It was not great. So just keep that in mind, guys, because this is the time of year where things start to really get down to the wire. So be competitive, have fun. I personally love the trash talk. I love when you get each other's face, but just keep it at that. Keep it respectful. But otherwise, I'm good.
Earl is being funny in the chat, right? So if you don't know Adam, I have had to make a lot of offsides calls in my last couple games. So Earl just happens to be watching every time, and it looks like all I call is offsides, I guess. Hey, listen, check with the ref, bro. Like, look down the line. There was an off. Yo, I've never seen this, right? So somebody's lined up right in front of me, Adam, right? And he's like 2 steps past me, knowing that I'm the line, right? If you're past me, obviously you're offside. He doesn't look. I blow it. He said, "Oh, I thought I was good." How? Like it doesn't.
Just point, and he'll tell you. Oh my god!
Yo,
Come on, guys. It's
but
November.
it's not for nothing. After a few calls, everybody looks down the line. They get the thumbs up, and it was good. You know what I mean? But it'll teach everybody to stay off sides, keeps the game going smooth. No advantage, But Earl, you funny. All right, guys. Adam, that's it. You good?
I'm good to go.
Got
Appreciate
everything
it.
out. All right. I guess I'll see you this weekend.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. That's
Peace.
the SAFL podcast. We'll have some guests next week. Peace out, guys.